Time for some more gameplay action. Stay up a little bit late tonight. That should be fine. I should be fine. Hopefully y'all are having a good night. I do not remember where I was when I was playing this game last. Thank you, Kitty. I don't know if you can hear the cat purring. She does this at night. It's always fun. I like this music. She does this at night. Oh, there we go. Fun. Like the vast shantytown beneath the Sector 5 plate. Its streets are... Hold on, cat.
Here are my babies.
There we go. Now I can see the chat. If anyone's chatting. What's up, Jared? My day was okay. A little bit busy, as these things are sometimes. So, had some of my neighbors who are in law enforcement kind of tipped me off that someone was threatening to come through our neighborhood, which is way out in the sticks, to like break our windows. But I think it's just some local kids trying to scare people. But either way, it's like my wife was like, "Do you think they'd like come into our house?" I'm like, "That would be suicidal. No one's doing that."
I know you have an eye for this kind of thing.
It's like we have the prison warden lives on our street, you know. No one's coming here. Oh, I gotta choose the flowers. All right. I think you can only choose the same flowers.
That's the one I gave you.
Huh. It is?
Nice try, mister. You can't fool me.
Now, see, this is not gameplay, by the way.
We still need a few more. Which should we pick next? Good eye. People used to give these to declare their loyalty to one another. Interesting, right?
I think it's very pretty. This would be like a couple dialogue.
Carry, so maybe a few more?
Yeah, this would be like a couple dialogue boxes and maybe like a classic RPG.
Whoa, foxtails, huh? I gotta hand it to you. I never would have thought of that. It'll definitely take them by surprise.
Yeah, I have like black people that live near me too.
I think we're good now.
So like
it'd
be another instance of like, we're gonna go to the white people's neighborhood and like bust up their windows. It's like you're just busting up black people's windows too. What are you doing? Yeah, we thought we'd show the white man who's boss by burning down all of our local businesses. I'm gonna jog with these flowers.
I'm not under the gun or anything.
I'm not cut out for this crap.
Sure you are. And when you're done, you'll be drowning in job offers.
What's up, Rusty? Be drowning in job offers. I think I just want to deliver these flowers.
So, how do you think they'll arrange these flowers?
Don't know.
Well, we'll soon find out.
Now, they did an interesting thing. When we were walking in the tunnel, her voice had reverb. When we left the tunnel, her voice didn't have reverb. Like, somebody decided that was important for, like, the immersion of the game. Was, like, reverb in a closed space, but no reverb in open spaces. And I notice it. Here's the pigeons. Got a bunch of those that they're just all over my house.
One day, I want to grow up and be just like Jesse.
Even after the apocalypse, we'll still have pigeons. This is where I lost interest in the game. I haven't played in like over a week. It's just been my daughter's been
I might be a while.
waking up about this
Why
time.
not check out the town?
She's been waking up at like 12:30 and like staying up for like 2 hours. Yeah, and I don't like that they interrupt basically the quest. I mean the story to make you go do quests.
Still at it.
It's just it's a design decision I'm not crazy about. Because it halts the forward momentum of what you're doing to like make you go like do fetch quests. Like I get that side quests are maybe a thing in Final Fantasy games or just RPGs in general, but like to have the story halt and then you do some little side quests.
Who are involved with the ongoing investigation. The bombers, I believe, have gone into hiding somewhere far from the site of the attack.
I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go now. Oh, I missed my goal. My goal was back there. Where's this goal? Is it above me? Or below me or something? Oh.
I remember you.
Where's Aerith?
The Leaf House.
Maybe the writers love this game so much they're trying to turn our cities into real life Midgar. I mean, there's parts of LA that honestly kind of feel like this, where there's like overpasses that you drive. There's like this triangle that's like surrounds like South LA and a couple other areas around it that like you don't go into, like you don't get off the freeway there. But underneath the freeway, there's like all kinds of stuff they built under the freeway.
Is something wrong?
But it's all
You
run
could
down
say
and
that.
weird.
Sounds like someone spooked the kids.
Yeah, 2 of them disappeared. They ran away after this creepy guy wearing black clothes showed up.
A Turk?
That's what I thought. But no.
It's this guy who's always stumbling around town in a dirty robe full of holes. They say he's sick or something. Oh, and he had some kind of number tattooed on his arm.
I don't like the sound of this. I'm gonna check it out.
I know someone who fits that description. I'll come with.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, busy work between quests is fine, but busy work during a quest, Now, I will say, like, one of the biggest letdowns I had in gaming was in Mass Effect 2. It's like the entire game was just one long series of side quests. And you get to the conclusion and you realize, I mean, like, if you're like me and you're a writer and you're aware of how plot works, all of a sudden you're at the end and you realize nothing you did in the game mattered. Just didn't do anything.
But I hope you haven't
Nothing was going anywhere.
Oh, hello. Cloud has been assisting me with my research and development.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Count me in.
One moment while I run diagnostics. Huh. How very strange. You don't appear to be in my database.
And that's bad?
Hey, me for real.
There
Thanks
must
for
have been some sort of
joining me.
server error. Oh well, any friend of Cloud's is sure to be of great help.
Among music, battle mechanics, graphics, and story, what's your favorite aspect of the game so far? Probably the graphics, but I think the gameplay is really good too. So, oh, these are really cheap. Yeah, 100 gil. Got to buy those. All right.
Cloud, I have come up with the most fascinating theory. Perhaps you can lend me your assistance in gathering data to test it? Cloud, I have the most amazing news. I believe I might know how to develop summoning materia, something heretofore thought impossible. Scientists say that this materia can only be found in nature.
Someone needs to dress up like Cloud and run around LA in the world's most risky LARP.
I turn to you. I would like to test this theory by way of
I have a
combat
foam
simulator.
buster sword,
To wit,
actually.
I want you to fight and
It's
defeat
true.
summon data in VR. I sense that you find my phrasing to be somewhat obtuse.
It's like it's something I got at a Halloween store for my son, and he calls it the barbarian sword. And if, to him, he's like, he saw this game and he's like, why does he have Conan's sword? Because in my son's mind, the sword belongs to Conan the Barbarian. And I don't know why he decided that, but he's like, this sword is gigantic, so only Conan could wield it. So he's like, why does he have Conan's sword? When is he giving it back to Conan, is what he said when he saw this. I was like, no, this is the game that the sword's from. It's like, no, it's a barbarian sword, Dad. He's developed a new combat simulator, VR missions. As you gather more intel, blah, blah, blah.
Please let me know when you have made your preparations.
How's about swapping it out for brand new? Gramps has been
Alright, still following this kid.
I know this place is off limits to grown-ups, but if we want to rescue them, well, we gotta break the rules.
Off limits to grown-ups. Yeah, definitely graphically this game is great. Gameplay's great.
You're back.
Some of the models are still kind of
leave
their
it to us.
animations,
We'll take
like
care of
the
it from here.
default models and animations are a little janky.
Don't worry. I've brought a super strong friend along with me.
I used to be a soldier. So where's the guy?
I don't know. He disappeared and we can't find him.
Right now, let's worry about the kids.
Come on.
Yeah, I want to get to the end. This is really, I mean, the entire game's just like disc 1, I think. So
Pretty flower, pretty blue flower, won't you talk to me?
you obtained a Mughal medal. All right.
You guys have got to hurry and find our friends, okay?
Hurry and find our
Run off
friends.
this way. Be careful.
This is like that Star Trek episode where they go to the planet of children.
Where do you think they went?
It's one of my
Who knows?
favorites.
They're kids.
The little girl like falls in love with Kirk, and
Just hope we find
the yeoman's like, she loved you. You were her first love. And he goes, come now, yeoman. And it turns out she's like hundreds of years old because of some kind of freaky virus. And he's like, come now, yeoman. You know I don't date. And he looks right at the camera and he goes, older women. And it's like, this is like so a 1960s thing, you know?
Was never in doubt.
Come now, yeoman. You know I don't date older women. Do. You know, I don't think the environment fidelity is bad really at all. I think it's actually pretty good. In general.
I can fight too.
But you're right, they do, I mean, Square has always done that though. They've always gone pretty much all out on character models. And the environment is always a little bit less. This is a very, very detailed environment compared to, say, Final Fantasy 13? I don't know about Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 15 has a fairly detailed environment, so maybe that one's a little bit better. But I didn't really enjoy Final Fantasy 15's gameplay. Well, no, you know what? The gameplay was actually pretty alright. I need to go back and play it some more. I haven't played very much of it. I didn't like the aesthetics of Final Fantasy 15 really at all. I just really didn't like them. It was like a leather emo kids driving around in a car outside of Barstow is what it felt like. I'm like, this is way too familiar.
And they're not alone.
Yeah, way too familiar. The terribly blurred texture pop in. Yeah, I've seen some texture pop in. It's interesting, you know.
Guess I gotta.
So one of the things that, one of the problems with texture pop in, you can hide a lot of that by constructing environments that, like for instance, we're in, you know, it looks like we're in an open room here, but we're really not. You know, we're actually in like a closed environment because you can't see that far. You know, there's walls surrounding us and like scenery blocking us.
Get him!
And so that kind of eliminates some of that. This is something that they had to do with older games back in, say, the PS1 era. Is that the PS1 era, you really had some severe limits in your hardware capabilities to, as far as like draw distance and things like that go.
Quickly, we
So
gotta save them.
So you really had to, you know, you really had to be creative with how you constructed your environments, knowing that you can't draw distance stuff. So if, you know, games that didn't keep that in mind, they had that distance fog. Remember all the fog? Even had it all the way up through World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, like, you had to turn down your draw distance. Sorry, you had to turn down your draw distance to play the game a lot of times. And the game could run on, you know, basically a potato.
Let's do it right.
Hitting it while it is using haze makes it susceptible to staggering.
Pushing it.
Sure, however I can help. One more shot!
Oh, Blizzard.
Feeling chilly?
That's that. Let's switch it up.
We've gotta get through this.
All good.
Go on!
Heal
Gotta
up.
heal first.
Need to heal up.
Alright, I guess you can't stand in that stuff on the ground. That makes sense.
Let's do this.
There we go. Cloud's poisoned. There's something still alive. Yeah, we gotta use an antidote.
Need a breather.
I should probably heal up first.
Oh, we're gonna fail this fight. We're gonna have to redo this fight. Well, this is reloading. I'll check the chat though. We try. Yes. For this post-apocalyptic, it's not post-apocalyptic really. It's just like there's people that live in garbage town, and then there's people who, Rusty. There's people who live in this garbage town, and then there's people who don't. You know, they live in a more normal town. It's dystopian, but I don't think it's post-apocalyptic. Let's see here. It's more of a nitpick, yeah. Boop, boop, boop. All right.
Hold on!
Keep it together.
Here goes! One more shot! Buckle up! Don't catch a cold! That's it! Ha! Buckle up!
I got
This one's for you!
all good.
Go on!
It's over.
There we go. Well, this is a surprisingly easy fight for me to die to. Let's put it that way.
So it's my turn? Feeling chilly?
Limit break, healing wind.
I think we're almost done.
Let's do this. That's that.
Alright. Uh-oh.
Here it comes. After you.
Here goes. Go on. It's your turn.
Need to heal up.
Or he's silenced.
No holding back. You're mine.
Oh yeah, don't jump into the red stuff. What is happening? It just like bounced around. That was interesting. Cure me.
Still in it.
Go on.
Let's do this.
One more shot.
Should I use that limit break? Why not? Cross slash.
Any last words?
We'll be right there.
There we go. The only way we can get Shinra to change policies by rioting and blowing up reactors. Well, you know, there's a truth to that. And I've talked to a couple friends about this today. Which is that, you know, things like voting, they perpetuate the system. You know, it's always a piecemeal solution. You know,
The ground's really shaky.
the
Because of the reactor.
big changes happen because of big extreme events like revolutions. You know, a country rebels against another country and makes its own country. It's a big change of the political system. Right? Like, voting and elections don't do that much. It wasn't until you had a civil war that you could finally get rid of slavery in the U.S. Think about that. It's just, the political system just perpetuated and, you know, kept the status quo going.
Let's head back.
It's very hard to change things in a big way through means that are not extreme. And that's not me advocating violence or anything, but it's just the truth of it, is that, you know, the Roman Republic didn't fall because it just somehow slipped into a more imperial style of government, like by accident, or even piecemeal. It was that there was extreme unrest and civil war, and it required strong leaders like Caesar and Sulla to quell it, to become dictators, to restore peace, because of the amount of conflict that existed in Rome.
Run and hide.
Deal with that.
I'll show you what I can do.
Bring it.
Oh, I've got silenced.
You'll see. You're still doing okay, right?
Take it from here.
Come on, you can do it.
Oh yeah, she can't do that much. Soul Drain. What does this do? Absorbs MP. Pray. Oh.
I'll take care of you.
Oh, it's an AoE
Sorry,
heal. That's
but
good.
You handle it.
There we go. I should really, like, read the things.
Let's finish this.
We're looking forward to beating it, and then I'm just going to want to play it on hard mode.
How did you get to be so strong?
Well, you see, Cloud here used to be a soldier.
She's just, like, walking through the purple
Did you go
purple
fight in
haze.
the war?
I might have.
Okay, so can I climb up this? Yeah, I really don't think the environments look too bad, even in the slums. I think they look alright. I forget. Was the planet always inhabited by so many monsters, or did the live stream start? I don't remember. Sort of immune system response to the Mako reactors. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played it, and I don't remember like disc 3 very well, but a
I'm
lot of
in a
that
rush, so
kind of comes out to that kind of effect. There's like aliens involved with it.
I'm gonna grow up.
Let's go.
Level up.
You can't just grow up to be a soldier. You gotta work at it. Cloud thinks I'm good enough to be one, right?
Yeah, the problem with these rights, they don't have concrete
Mr.
goals.
Popular.
If racism is so deeply entrenched by the whole person, and the only have real change is remove the whole, just remove the white person. Yeah,
Got it all wrong.
I think it's just about chaos.
Like that. No way.
I think it's opportunistic. Like, the looting is definitely very opportunistic. It's like, yeah,
Fine. Then
like it's Helter Skelter. Let's go get some stuff. Let's go get a TV.
like that. Isn't that right, Cloud? Isn't that right, Cloud?
Walk these little kids back. After Final Fantasy VII, we suggest you take a look at Greedfall. Started playing it recently, and it's a pretty amazing RPG. Yeah, I'll take a look.
Tifa, wait! Tifa! Tifa!
Tifa.
Tifa? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Is Tifa like your girlfriend?
No,
But she's someone special.
it's not like that. More like... I don't know how to explain.
I see.
This little love quadrilateral. They turned the love triangle into a bit of a love quadrilateral by adding Jesse into it. But I actually think I approve of upping the Jesse relationship because it's going to make
Thank you.
From
killing
now
her
on,
off
if
all
you
the
run into
sweeter.
trouble, promise me you'll find an adult, okay?
Okay, I will. And here, since you're so cool, you guys are both grown-ups, but you're also one of us now. You can come and play here whenever you want.
Escort the children. Alright, where do we go now? Back over this way. Whoa. Very far away. Back to Aerith's house. Okay. Alright, sweetie, let's walk there. I like this graffiti that's like just a monster. Oh, what is this? What is this guy?
Don't worry, it'll be okay.
By the way, if you're wondering how his sword stays on, it's magnets.
Wait!
It's magnets.
Not him. It looks pretty damn similar.
There's the number, but why 2?
Who knows? Come to think.
The reunion. Is nothing to forget.
This guy has a tactical turtleneck.
Cloud, get it together. Come on.
Aerith's outfit would be really easy to cosplay if any girls are watching this.
Sephiroth.
It's like a little
Were you?
jacket and a
I
white
don't
dress
know, he died
and
in
some
an accident
boots.
5 years ago. They said so on the news.
Maybe they did. But I've got a feeling he's still alive.
Voldemort!
Oh, right.
It's like some of my
on, let's go.
son's favorite Legos are like little Dementors that we got with some set, like Harry Potter Dementors. He just like pulls them apart, makes all kinds of crazy bad guys out of them. I gotta say, like,
Cloud, I know a lot of people
the
around
bad
here
guys
need help.
in the Lego War
When I'm out on
far
patrol,
outnumber
a
the
lot
good
of them
guys
tell
right
me
now.
about their problems. Do you think you might be interested in helping out?
Well,
Yes, I'm
all
interested
for
in
it.
helping out.
We still have plenty of time.
I'm on the clock.
Don't worry. I give you permission.
I always have the latest information. Come find me if you want to know.
Alright, so the mysterious Mughal merchant.
Oh my, is that a Mughal?
You can see me, Koopa? Then you two must be very, very special people. In that case,
Welcome to the Mughal Emporium.
Do you prefer Daggerfall or Morrowind? Morrowind.
You must not be familiar with Mog the
Daggerfall's
Mughal.
really cool.
It's a pretty famous fairy tale. Mog
It's definitely
wanted to
like
bring happiness
a very
to all
cool
the
idea
Mughals of the forest,
and a cool game.
So he decided to open a shop of wonders.
That's
But
right, Koopa. I opened a
it's
store
just
to
too
bring
primitive in
happiness to
2020.
slugs, like Mog. And
Like,
you
it could
know,
really use
only
like
people with
a
the purest of hearts can even
a
see
remake
things.
with better gameplay, better
Are you
graphics.
talking about me?
Well,
Like a Daggerfall
Mughal
remake would be
magic isn't
pretty
perfect,
sick
Koopa.
with all the
anyway,
like
we've collected
actual
all
procedurally
kinds of
generated
rare and
levels.
wondrous goods.
I don't
Make it
know.
yours if you've got enough Mughal medals, but you'll need to buy a membership first.
Membership card. Why not? All right, I bought a
If
membership
you find
card.
any Mughal medals, you can spend them here, Koopa.
All right.
So, Moggy, what do you do with the medals we give you?
I'm not sure if Daggerfall actually would
I
have
use them
like
to make everyone happy. That's the duty
make
of
sense
every
in
Mughal.
super
Of
high
course,
definition graphics.
Just like Mog the Mughal.
Just because like the simpler graphics made the procedurally generated levels actually work pretty
I
good.
see you're working hard, Mr. Merc.
And a lot of times they didn't work good actually. They could just have like a staircase
So
to
what are you gonna
nowhere.
do next?
Keep on working hard.
As you always do, I'm sure.
You know,
What's
This
with this
is
music
how I
coming
live.
in and out?
Huh? Really? I thought you were just doing it for fun.
I suppose some people do.
Hello, I'm some people. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, like that was really annoying. It's like the
Welcome, Koopa.
music moving around. Oh, let's see here. How many Moogle medals do I have? I guess I could buy this song. Either Silver Staff. Whistlewind Scarf. Graveyard Key. Does it tell me how many I have? I don't know how many I have. The Art of Swordplay. Increases cloud skill points. That's pretty good. Yeah, these are pretty good. I guess I'll get this Graveyard Key, though, because that might unlock something. I don't know if I need to, like, really collect the songs or not. Organizations like Black Lives Matter and NAACP have been co-opted by opportunistic people who wear their race like a costume on Halloween for free stuff and wield their people as a bludgeon against the enemy. Yeah, you know, I'm not against pro-racial groups at all, because I think people should be allowed to do that if they want. Like, if you want to have a like the Negro College Fund or something, that's your prerogative and that's what you want to do. But it certainly seems like with some of those, like NAACP and certainly Black Lives Matter, it doesn't end up being so much pro-racial as like anti-other races, anti-white. As a black guy, I'm annoyed when people refer to them as any sort of authority. Yeah, it's like, what was the word from South Park? It's like, Jesse Jackson said this. He's like, Jesse Jackson's not the emperor of black people. He told my dad he was. Sweet. Told my dad he was. It's true. Yeah, and the other thing about pro-racial stuff is like, okay, if you feel like there's some disadvantage that an ethnic group or race has, and you create a pro-racial group, like the Negro College Fund, it's like, okay, it's intended to directly address some discrepancy versus some general organization that, you know, like gives out image awards or something like that. It's like I don't really know what the purpose is. It doesn't seem to have any direction to it. Way of the Fist. Do I have 5 moves? I don't even know how many I have. Oh, I have 7. There's down in the corner. You have to look really carefully, I guess. I don't know if this is any good. Looks like it would improve her a lot, though. Not that much. I don't know if I want to get this staff or not. Worst thing about getting old is seeing everything that was once amazing lose its luster. It's true, but you know, there's other. You have to be willing to go find other great things that still have the luster. That's really what I figured out about getting old. So you gotta seek out those new experiences because they're out there and they're fun. You know, that's kind of what's cool about having kids, is the kids are always a new experience. There's always something cool that kids come up with or want to do that's new or interesting. You know, it slows time down because there's so much going on. Like, I was just reflecting, like, it's been 4 years since I published my first book. I've published like 13 books since then. You know, it didn't feel like 4 years. It feels like less time, and it also feels like 20 years since I put out that first book, Muramasa Blood Drinker. And man, I just like, it's been so long since that book came out. But it really hasn't been that long. Like, my son was, I think, coming up on his first birthday when I put the book out, and he's going to be 5. But it feels like 20 years sometimes because, like, time slows down too. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know if I want to buy these items or not. I'll buy the staff. Why not? I think the skill points are going to be pretty good to get. Well, we'll get one for Aerith. We'll have to get some more Mughal medals.
You guys are great! Thanks to you, I've got a ton of medals, Koopa. Which means I can bring happiness to a ton
Those
of
filthy people who butter their toast from the bottom.
Hey, Cloud. Maybe say it like you mean it.
It's the people who crack the egg from the top, from the pointy end or the blunt end.
Make me smile. From ear to ear.
I'll need a lot more medals, Koopa.
Well, that won't do. Come on, Cloud. Let's go get more.
Good luck, guys!
Alright.
I'll make sure to tell everyone around that you're here to help out. That way, you might get more work.
You know, I didn't follow the Trump storyline. I haven't watched South Park in a long time. I think it kind of lost its edge. It stopped being funny at some point. I think around the time, maybe after Crack Baby Basketball. You think that open world games are harder to make good stories for compared to movies or books? Yeah, but here's the thing. Looking for, quote, story from open world game means you're looking at the wrong medium. Right, an open world game is not about the story. It's about what you do and what you choose to do, and it's about playing the game. Not about the story.
Shinra weapons are on the rampage. 5 of them, like floating eyeballs. I saw them wander off into the scrap, but if they come back into town, it'd be a disaster. We need someone who's willing and able to fight.
I'll handle it.
You will? Oh man, you're the best.
Man, his lips move so weird on this.
Intruder detected or some
And he
other
doesn't
nonsense when
blink.
they
Oh,
floated
there
off.
he goes. He blinked.
Be careful. They look
There's
dangerous.
just something really off about, like, a lot of these NPCs are very uncanny valley, you know? They just are. Like, I was playing Final Fantasy 13. I feel like Final Fantasy 13 was like the peak aesthetic of Final Fantasy. And it just hasn't really, nothing's really It's really gotten better. I think the character models in particular are just not that good. All right, he wants us to go. No. Requests for the mercenary. I'm not sure where he wanted us to do there. Quests. Oh my god, search every corner. Oh god. I don't want to do that.
Sure hope not.
Search every corner. Place to rest. What time is it? I probably need to go to sleep. I don't think there's going to be any action happening tonight, guys. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. Alright, I'm probably going to save the game and call the stream here because I did a little quest and chatted with people. I mean, we'll talk to the chat for a minute and then we'll peace out. I am getting tired. I have to go, like, put the guns back up. Yeah, the point of an open world game, Rusty, is you make your own story. That's what I think it is. Let's see here. I think that, let's see here. All weapons are important as they give you unique skills that you can earn. Oh, that's true.
Sure hope not.
Let's see here. Equipment. Aerith. Guard stick. Silver staff. Yeah. Then you can learn those skills. You're right. Good point. Music is pretty snazzy, I agree. I saw that they were doing a Daggerfall Unity. I actually think I played it. I played Daggerfall Unity. It works pretty good. Maybe I should consider getting this game. You can. At this point, I'd probably wait for a sale. You know, it's going to go on sale. I mean, it might come out for PS5, but I don't know if you guys actually want to buy a PS5. Just because PS5, just Sony's being stupid right now. You never said if you played The Witcher 3. I haven't. I played the first 2 and loved them, but I just didn't get around to Witcher 3. I don't know why. I just was too busy to play any games, I think, when it came out. I'm sure it's good. CD Projekt Red has done a really good job with games so far. I used to think very highly of them. Even that first Witcher game, with its bad graphics, was made very lovingly. You know, I felt like it had a loving touch. You could tell they really cared about the game. It was made by just a handful of people, too. Yeah, there's a texture pop-in happening right there.
A portion of all proceeds goes to the Leaf House.
I am shop. Okay. Alright, I'm probably going to call it here, guys. Are there any games with stories you consider as good as books or movies? Now, that is a very good question. Let me see if I could think. Again, because the mediums are not comparable. You know, the gaming is about the gameplay. I really like the story from Knights of the Old Republic. I think it's as good as a book. I think it really is. But it's a great game. It's great gameplay. And so if you were to extract the story and make it into a book or movie, you could have made a new Star Wars trilogy like based off of Knights of the Old Republic. It'd be great. Dragon Age Origins, another BioWare game, and Mass Effect, another BioWare game. Those three are in my opinion the best of the newer BioWare games. I honestly think they're better than like the Baldur's Gate games and some of the older BioWare RPGs by a fair stretch. After Dragon Age Origins, they start to go downhill. But those three are phenomenal, and they have great stories to them. Dragon Age Origins really has one story. It feels like one story with many branching paths, but it's really just with all the games, it's mostly about the choices you make on the way there that help you RP. KOTOR has two distinct endings, depending on whether you go like dark side, light side, and even some hidden dialogue, depending on how you have a relationship with some of the characters. That I could talk about sometime if I do more KOTOR content. And you can get KOTOR for your phone, and it's great. And it runs great on Android, most Android phones, even kind of older hardware at this point. I'd say... I don't know. Final Fantasy VI has a great story that I think is worthy of like comparisons to other forms of media. I don't have to really think a lot, but there's a lot of great stories in games. Because gameplay is the main thing, you really want to focus on what makes a game great, which is its gameplay and its aesthetics and stuff like that. Yeah, that's probably what I'd say with that. So, anyway, yeah, I check out those 3 BioWare RPGs, and of course, just lots of, different Final Fantasy games have different qualities to them. I really liked the story of Golden Sun and Golden Sun: The Lost Age, which I thought were great. So you could check those out. They're Game Boy Advance games, but they're not content to just be little Game Boy Advance games. They're great JRPGs, and they have a really cool story, very good battle system, classic turn-based stuff, but keeps it interesting for sure. And lots of different great stuff with that. So, yeah. If you're looking for an easy game you could pop up on your phone, Knights of the Old Republic actually has a really good version. And it works great with the gamepad too. So you can play with an Xbox One controller or a PS4 controller, and the game runs pretty much flawlessly with those. And then you have a mobile RPG experience that I think is one of the best RPGs made. But there's so many more. I love Chrono Trigger. There's so many. There's so many I can't even think about them sometimes that have just been great.
Did you see the reactor fire?
So anyway, all right, guys, that's going to be it for me tonight. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Oh yeah, new book coming out, Moonsong 2. It's coming out in 2 weeks, I think. So check that out, and I'll see you guys next time.